Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Maelstrom behind the mic for a new stream of Rise of the Reds 1.9 Internal. We have a lot of things to show. So, we have Calvin and Rick already. Nice. Observer, open. There we go. And I like the looks of this map. Can't wait for new stuff. You will not have to wait for long, apparently. Let's win this war together, comrade. Speaking of comrade, we have Ricc as Russia versus Calvin as the USA. Right. Good evening, Viking. Here it is the middle of the afternoon, but it is good. Right. Radar Mishka going next to his base. I hope the relay thing gets showcased. What relay thing? Don't spoil everything, not everyone has seen it. Hello, Phantasm 0915. Welcome to the channel, and you didn't miss anything, we just started. Right, we have Rangers. I heard the beep of laser-guided missile defender. Well, be most welcome. And we have the harm assist, helping a ranger staying alive. Someone with the name of Butter? No. Are we gonna get any what the croissant moment? No. No, I just got it. I just got the joke, and no. Got held up. Can play if needed. Well, we always need players, so if you can, by all means. Right, ambulance gets shreked by a lone Tunguska. But here is another one. Aye. Here is the third one. Yeah. I understood. I understood it. They just took me a few seconds to get it. They cannot fire out of the Humvee either. It is Rise of the Reds. It is not base 0 hour. It is a joke. Who mentioned croissant? So based on infantry alone, which is better, China or Russia? That's a good question because both have the quality of their infantry based on quantity. But before getting into philosophical debates, you can see that ambulances now have kits! Of course, what else? Right, so here you can see 2 out of 3 kits, and here is the third. Right, so one of the kits is very well known. It is simply the armor skirt kits. so giving more resistance to infantry missiles and more health. Exactly the same as the Humvee. One is those 2 repair drones that will add the possibility for the ambulance to repair nearby friendly vehicles. And the third one, well, it's a new weapon, but we will wait for Calvin to shoot with it, so that I can explain. And Ricc has gone for Burkut's. Avenger in the air. Right. So the keen eyes amongst you may have noticed that it is a grenade launcher firing flashbangs. Well, it is not exactly flashbangs, those are stun grenades. The main difference being that they retain still a good amount of damage versus light vehicles. Get Mule. The problem of the Mule drone is that you can only have it on a global cooldown, and if you get the corresponding GP. So that's a lot of ifs. In the meantime, Ricc is attacking with a lot of Burkuts and completely ravages Calvin's economy. Yeah, Calvin is kind of running on fumes here. He has no anti-air whatsoever. New upgrade for Burkut? No. Now they are tier 0 instead of being tier 1, but that's the only change. Right, only one Avenger in that group. The second one needs to catch up. I see a funny upgrade cameo. A few of them have changed, actually. The guided weapons one has changed once more. So there's that. What else here? Those are identical. And it looks like on the ground, Ricc still has the advantage. So yeah, now as you can see, now USA has way more options when it comes to flashbangs. Do note, however, that vehicles that have flashbangs cannot get the infantry. You still need rangers or any kind of infantry to capture them. Ooh. Has the Avenger got a buff in comparison? Yes, now it has a PDL by default. Does not require a tier 2 upgrade anymore. And Calvin calls the GG.
You have been defeated.
But Humvee losing thanks? No, that's not true, because the Humvee has also offensive kits, because you have one that is purely anti-tank, one that is more orientated towards building assault, and then you also have the cage in case the armor plates in case you want more armor. So it's different. Are there other new changes or additions? Yeah, yes. Quite a few, actually. Alrighty. Let's open a bigger map. Observer. Okay, 1v1. And yes, I know. What do we have for maps? Wait, this one looks good. Skitt isn't joining. Nope. Apparently not. Let's keep it to 1v1s. Yeah. Alright. Do you want the next one, Skitt? Like you versus Ricc or... In any case, Skitt versus Calvin. Okay. So, first thing first for ECA, as you can see. ECA starts with a Bloodhound. No. It is a Bloodhound, but this one doesn't have an autocannon. Yes, and indeed, now it can beep beep. It's not a radar car, it's just a plain good old Bloodhound. Yes, it has a scout vehicle, it is the Bloodhound. So, you will notice a few other differences. The Bloodhound no longer benefits from chaff countermeasures. That's gone. The Bloodhound no longer costs an arm and a leg. Ah, that's a good point. It is less expensive, but it is still the most expensive of all the scout units. But it is slightly less expensive, and of course, numbers are not fine. Buildable in region command, of course. And still available in field commands as well. So, the Bloodhound now gets its autocannon from the Assault Transport upgrade, which is a tier 1 upgrade. And as you can see, Medic Track can now transport up to 4 infantry units. The fire ports remain after the upgrade, yes. But by default, the Bloodhound can no longer transport infantry. You also need the assault transport ability upgrade. So yeah, so now if you want transports that are available immediately in the field command, you have the medic tracks and also the engineering tracks that can also transport up to 4 infantry. What's the new upgrade replacing chaff? There is none. There is none. If he makes another Bloodhound, I will have a look over it, but it doesn't benefit from anything. It doesn't have any new function that it didn't have before. Ah, the grenade-like symbol. It's the close defense grenades. It's a separate upgrade now. Speaking of which, the canister upgrade has been moved to tier 2. So no longer exploding GLA at tier 1. Yes, that was the best upgrade. That's the point. That's the bloody point.
Search and destroy.
But mince infantry, yes, I know, that's the point. What countermeasures does ECA have now to buggy with chaff on Bloodhound gun? Well, you still have chaff on repair and medic tracks, and also on supply tracks if whatever. But it's just on Bloodhound that it's gone. It looks like Calvin is a bit in trouble here. As you can see here, it has the chaff. Why don't Warhound use their MG when entrenched? That's a good question. I think that's just a design choice. Particle cannon up for Ricc, but he is on low power. Tier 2 coming for Calvin. Mobile sensor array gets an anti-ballistic microwave projector, yes. Looks like Calvin is in difficulty. Yeah, well, couldn't select the Bloodhound to show you the upgrades. Ah, here it is. So it still has the fire ports after the assault transport upgrade. It has the armor skirts. This one is a new skin for the revolver cannons, and indeed those are the close defense grenades. Bloodhound kit, nope. Only upgrades for this boy. Sky shield battery. Ooh, Calvin is floating now. And Ricc is calling down a multi-drone and a beacon and a Boyton. Armor skirt visual for the Bloodhound. Indeed, it no longer has the armored wheels. Simply, it has a more caged design, closer to what the supply track has. And Kelvin calls the GG. It's the male Team 6. Yeah. New seals. Yep. Wait, he got a recent change? No. Okay. Crusader can call mule drones. All ground vehicles can. That medic got absolutely destroyed. Yeah. Skitt, there is still some ECA stuff to showcase. We need an ECA specialist. There we go. Let's have a look-see. For a 2-player map. The hell?
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey Ricc! Do you wanna join in for commentary?
I was about to ask, could I join?
Sure. So.
G'day chat, how are we all going, fellas? How's everything going on this lovely Saturday, I assume, evening or night time?
Everything's going pretty
Mizo's
fast.
here too.
Yeah, I just came back. Let me download the recent build, and I will be joining.
Sure thing.
Yeah, we have Calvin versus Skitt for now, but I wanted this map that I saw.
So, chat, how are we all going? How are we all going, fellas? Anyone got any exciting stories from their Saturday? Anyone done anything cool today?
Nah, just wanted to say, Rick, it's good to have you back.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I haven't got something on tomorrow, so I've been able to actually stay up tonight, which is nice. Good change of pace.
There you go. What
this map, right? Got bit by a zombie in the groin in PZ, but other than that, peachy. Alright, cool. Well, I hope your groin's okay in PZ, whatever that is. Oh, wait, that'd be Project Zomboid, won't it?
Yeah.
That game seems
Marshall would
very
have cool lore. It was a joke. Like, it was a one-shot. God damn it.
Okay. Alrighty, we have an exciting.
We have
Russia
a
versus ECA here.
Classico. Russia versus ECA.
Oh, this map's made by CNC. There you go.
Yeah,
CNC
well,
and shit.
I don't know what the... Okay. Land. Oh. I don't know. I found it looked neat, so... Show
So
us
if you
that
just wanna
new
see the-
radar thing. There is no
Yeah.
radar
If you want
thing.
to see the radar thing, well, they're talking about what I imagine.
Ah, the
I
Russian
imagine
one,
they're
yeah.
talking about the Grumble. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see that late game, boys. You're not going to see that early game. You'll see that late game, and hopefully, because this map is rather choke pointy, you might see a proper late game transition. So get excited.
Yeah. Also, here you have a closer look at the Bloodhound without its signature autocannon. That's the only real change.
Guys, I'm gonna disconnect for now.
No, sure.
Okay. So Skitt has gone for prepared defenses. He has the cheetah buzzing around.
Yeah, and he's going for a field command opening in the south.
Yes. So with the change to the Bloodhound, a lot of other units have been shuffled around and moved and edited to make way for that.
Supply track.
Primarily the medic and the repair track. So those two units now have a lot more utility than they did before.
Yes, but the
So
supply
if you're
track
going
itself.
field command,
The
expect
supply
to
track
see them
itself
a lot
does
more.
not have transport slots.
No. Well, this is pretty interesting. So, Calvin's got his oil, and Skitt has forgotten to get his oil, so we'll see if he builds a barracks to send an infantry unit back there. Actually, Skitt doesn't have a barracks at all yet. There we go, now he's building one, next to the oil. Alright, good.
Yep.
I hope he can get some units out of it, because at the bottom, Calvin's doing a little push with the BMP. If he plays his cards right, he might be able to burst through this guard tower.
Mm-hmm. If Skitt forgot to upgrade it to the heavy machine gun, yes, but otherwise
Yeah.
I'm not sure it would win. Can you still convert the
the,
supply truck to medical and repair? Yes, by simply putting a medic on an engineer inside. Ooh, it didn't go for the heavy machine gun. It went. Skitt went
vision.
for the how do you call it now? The binoculars, so more vision.
Oh, look, the BMP's just driving straight through. Oh,
Yeah.
he can go to those trucks if he wants to.
I don't
and he's
care.
got the oil. Calvin, get the oil! Get the oil, Calvin! Yes, he's doing it. He's going to deny the oil.
Yeah, I
He's gonna
don't
try to
think
do
so. I don't think so. Oh yes, it
Got it.
did. Oh, we have a new thing here.
Ah, what's that thing?
What's that thing? Wait, it's not tier 2?
No, it's always been tier 1.
Oh,
wow,
damn!
this is actually going to see some aqua combat. Look, look, look. The pandas should be able
Yeah,
to get the BMP.
But I think he went for the safe route.
Skit, no, chase it down.
What is that? What is that? Don't tell me that's the dog kennel. No, it's not the dog kennel. So, it has been
Very large
noted.
dogs, yes.
Yeah, it has been noted that the emergency reactor looked way more like the regular one, so Hunter decided to give it a brand new model. So here is the backup generator, which is, instead of relying on the power of the sun, it is just a diesel engine.
Ah,
But-
it was a big battery.
Yeah, but wait! There is more about it!
There's more to it?
Yes, there is more to it!
Oh my god.
Oh,
Let
come
my
on,
house
don't tell
go,
me you
because
don't
look,
know
helicopters
that!
are coming in.
Don't tell me you didn't read the changelog!
I've read bits of it. It is quite long, so.
Yeah, that's true, that's a fucking novel.
Oh, this alien is going to drive straight into these anti-air pandas and the tiger.
Yeah.
Did get a fair few kills though, so it's certainly done its damage.
Didn't manage to kill entirely the supply collection, but still did some neat damage.
Where is the wind turbines? You have those as GLA for the Scrambler Station model.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't remember this thing was tier 1. Like, I used it so little, so...
Yeah, same.
But now
It's
that
such
it has...
a rare and niche thing.
Yeah, now it has a secondary utility. And also, as a neat little thing, it has a filling bar that indicates the level of charge. When it's fully charged, you can use it.
Ah, you can see it now, yeah.
Yep.
I think that is really cool, and I hope we extend this to more buildings, because I love it.
Well, there are not really other buildings that are comparable to this.
Ooh, hang on. If we look at Calvin's side of the map, there are some grumbles being built.
Yep.
You know what that means.
Maybe. Oh! And also, look at this! Arm suppliers from the command bunker!
That's a very recent change.
Yep. And also, when it's fully loaded, it's glowing.
It's here. Big boy's here. Hiding in the trees.
Hiding in the trees, indeed.
Calvin, deploy it.
Deploy! Kelvin!
Do the thing.
Yes!
Oh, wow, that's actually such a good position for that.
Yep.
It's directly across from the deployment zone. If Skitt builds any air units, it's gonna get fucking eradicated.
Yep.
And he brought the radar Mishka as well. Oh no.
Yep, but also snipes the radar helicopters.
So should we explain what the new thing is?
Go for it.
So the new Grumble is a you can only get one of them. It's a special kit. You get one, and what it does is it increases the range of all Grumbles in the surrounding area. So any Grumbles in there will get automatically increased range and will automatically all target the same thing together. So it is really, really good at taking out GP planes, enemy early attacks, any air units that attack very slowly or move, in single moves like GP planes. It is incredibly good at killing them. And in situations like this where you can just sit here and camp out the enemy base, it is extremely good because those Grumbles have had a massive range buff under that thing. So yeah, it is really cool, it is really powerful, and it is very fun to use.
Also, just the downside of this thing is that it has a pretty significant dead zone. So if you have planes going close to that radar thing, well, it will basically be rendered powerless.
Is it limited to 4? No, you only get 1.
Yeah, it's limited to 1. And it can only, and contrary to what you may have seen on social media by some people who were misinformed, this one only increases Grumbles. It does not affect Tunguskas or Iglas or anything else. Just Grumbles.
So the best practice of this thing is chuck it next to an air radar siren. Because that way, with the air radar siren working with the new Grumble, it'll be you get the full rate of fire bonus and the extra range as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, I think it's quite funny that Calvin has put the 2 units in Russia that you can only get one of, minus Black Bear, next to each other. So there you go. So you can only have one radar Michigan, and you can only have one range Grumble.
And speaking of relays, it looks like Skitt took the piss of it, and now is relaying his mortar tracks onto it.
Also, if we look at the top, Boris is taking on 3 whole tanks all by himself.
Yeah, I saw that. Like it was guiding airstrikes all the way. Can you show us how it works? Does the same voiceover as the... Yes, it is the Grumble. It is the same unit. It is an upgrade. And how it works, you click the upgrade and you wait for it to be done. Because it is entirely free.
Oh, the conscripts attacking the tanks at the top. They're gonna have a bad day.
Is the Grumble kit locked behind anything? Nope.
Guys, realize this is a perfect map for this matchup. You want to show off all the late game artillery stuff?
Wasn't there also some upgrade from Tunguska? Maybe? Maybe not?
Yes, well,
That's
I'll say
classified?
Tunguskas have had a change, but we'll see if it comes up in this game.
Yes.
I'll
Well,
say
it
that,
is...
Skitt has chosen the right GP for it to happen, so we'll see what happens from here.
You need a GP for that?
Well, one type of, I'll say, ECA special attack that is locked behind a GP that he currently has, and that Tunguskas may or may not be able to engage with.
Oh, yes! Yeah, okay. Yeah, because it is known by now that the Tunguska is the primary Russian anti-ballistic, but it hasn't been showcased recently. The backup generator is tier 1.
I love the little lights on top of it. I think that is so cool. I wish we had similar sort of things for a lot of other mechanics in the game. Like, nothing makes me happier than when you're playing an RTS and it's like, the units, you don't even have to click on them to know what's going on. They're just like got visual indicators on them showing what upgrades they have,
Yeah.
and showing what abilities they have. I love that. Anyway,
Thus, the
Skitt
digging
is
for the
abusing
tank
the
provides
crap out
similar
of these
bonus to
things.
what Garrison... No. It only provides protection. It does not provide any kind of firepower bonus. It's only for protection. Worth noting that Volgas are buffed. Indeed, they are. They have a... their missiles are faster. Both with
Yeah.
and without the upgrade. Which is great.
Ooh, this is
Ooh,
a
ballistic
hard
missiles incoming, and here is the
he's talking
anti-ballistic.
It already blew them up.
Yep.
You fucking blew them up before they could even spawn.
Yeah, those things are super scary. Like,
Yeah,
like
they have a lot
this
of
is.
range.
I think it's the best anti-ballistic unit in the game. Like before,
It's
it
the
was the
best in terms
MSA.
of
Now it's
range.
this thing, definitely.
Yeah.
It's not the Tor. It's not the. It's been
the design's
inspired.
based off the Tor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the vertical missile idea is taken from it. The huge radar is also inspired by it, but it is slightly different. Like, you do not have all the missiles centered; they are put on the side, and yeah,
Oh, wow.
that's. And also, the anti-ballistic mode is purely anti-ballistic. This thing can do nothing versus aircraft.
Yeah, so you have to have it on either anti-air mode if you're fighting air units, or
Yeah.
anti-ballistic mode.
It is a mode.
Very similar how the twin fan functions. Also, have you checked out Calvin's base and what he's building in the back there?
What's with there? A lot of arms suppliers.
Down from that.
That and the Heinz.
That's a lot of Heinz.
Yep.
That's a very large amount of Heinz.
Yeah.
That's more Heinz than you can shake a stick at.
Yeah. Also, speaking of arms suppliers, they are no longer buildable from the industrial plant, but instead you can build them from the command center. And
Do
of
wanna
course,
talk
you can
about why
still.
that is, or-
You can also build them from the war factory. This hasn't changed, but it was just for clarity because you do not really see the difference between the button to eject one of the garrison's arm supplier and the button to build one. So that's gonna
There's also the Pandora change.
the
which is a
Pandora
big part of it
change.
as well.
Yeah, but we are not here at rank 5 yet.
I guess if Skitt goes for Pandora, we'll talk about it then.
Yeah.
But this is more of a code change than a big change, so
Yeah,
Maybe
not
two
everyone's gonna be happy about this, but I think the use is niche enough
it works.
for.
It works.
Oh,
Oh, these poor Sentinels charging into a meat grinder without any MSA support. They're going to get absolutely shredded driving into these Yagman.
yeah, but you have. Ooh. Yeah, but gun turrets are actually doing the work here.
Oh, they've always been one of the best defenses in the game, and that Yagmamwood is in his dream position. Choke point, supported by a unit in front of it.
Yeah, this
fighting
map is
the-
definitely good for ECA, like choke points everywhere.
Yeah.
You missed.
Oh, Calvin missed the spot bomb.
Mm.
Well, this is a very brutal map for Russia. Whoever said total spam earlier, I agree. That is pretty much his only
Yep.
option from here.
Yep.
Though I must say, Skitt doesn't have too much Sec Eco yet, compared to Calvin.
Sekiko? Yes, he does. So here is the second perk of the emergency backup generator, sorry. Is that, well, every ECA player knows that when you are low on power, your secondary eco is down, which is kind of annoying. Well,
In
as
games, like if you lose your power in a late game situation, a lot of the time losing that power means you lose your income. If you lose that income, there's no way for you to come back. It's a double death sentence for ECA.
yeah,
So we thought that was a bit unfair. We thought that isn't a great thing we want to engage with, and we changed it. So now this GP has the extra bonus of letting telecom towers. I believe it's they automatically still have power when in low power mode. Or
Yeah.
What's the change there?
yeah. As long as you have the backup generator up, your telecom towers will never be powered down.
Yay.
So there is that.
So that may not sound like much, but from a PvP perspective, that actually makes this GP one of the most desirable safe GPs in the game. Like, it goes from being like a cute little lecture, like, oh cool, like I'm extra power, to being something that's like, hey, this is really useful and very viable.
Hmm.
Plus, I just think it's a cool looking building.
Yeah. No. It's the Behemoth Crawler. This thing does not exist.
This is a shell war right now. We got misters, we got mortar tracks, we got howitzers, we got everything firing away.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good bomblet run by Skitt. Took out 3-4 of the bloody misters. That's amazing.
Yeah. Very good one.
Gorgons.
Ooh, nice also using the satellite for increased rate of fire on those Gorgons. Which
But
stacks,
there
of
are
course, with the
two
double
shots
cannons.
here.
Look at the rate of
That's
fire of
good.
those things now.
They are firing away. Those tridents, though, if they can target the right units, they will have a lot to say about
Isn't the
that.
Behemoth
Also,
Crawler scrapped for the Assault Crawler? No. Well, the only thing they have in common is that neither of these do exist.
That is true. Wow, these Mistars with this GP are working extremely well together.
Yep.
Look at him, he's breaking through.
Yeah,
He
but
needs to send the Sentinels to the front. Once the Sentinels get there, there's very little that'll stop them beyond these two Yagwinwits.
yeah, well, he still has. Ooh.
More
Rank
strike as well,
1
taking out the supply.
missile strike on the mortar tracks.
Guys, this has turned into an interesting game. Look, we had a proper back and forth going on now. Now the Yagwinwits are firing directly onto the Sentinels. Are the Sentinels going to be able to fire back and take them out in time? Yes, they are. But there's Tigers here. Oh,
There
no.
are Tigers, and there is still archery on Skitt's side. So
He needs those grumbles deployed. If he had the range one set up a little bit back, he could have been able to snipe them from the safety of his base.
almost, yeah. There's more mortar
Calvin
trucks are
pushing
nasty.
it, he could win.
Speaking of mortar trucks, they have been changed. They can no longer be produced from the war factory. They are now built from the field command.
So now there's a proper artillery option from the field command.
Well, you had them all
Oh,
mine
there we
there.
go. Now the grumbles are going. Now the grumbles are going. He's
Yeah.
pulling out.
Look at
Now you
this!
see how this
Woo!
works. Range.
Zoom.
Boom. 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 Oh, that's another dead.
Yo, why? Because reasons. Design reasons that will become obvious later.
It is pretty much. They were always intended to be. Well, I mean, it's common knowledge that the mortar track is meant to be a mole mine layer replacement. So mole mine layers are generally producible from the field command.
Yep.
So now the equivalent, the mortar tracks can be built from there too. So it's just keeping things more in line with what's going to happen later in 2.0.
Yeah.
FC Open is a lot more fun. Oh, hello, who's that?
Wait,
Is that who I think it is?
It's Suman, isn't it?
G'day, Trench Dog. Been a while since we've seen you around these parts, eh?
Yeah, no, I was thinking about CNC, and I was like, well, fuck, it's been a while since I made the rounds. I was thinking, because, like, here's the thing, right?
Just
My time has been somewhat stabilizing to where I can kind of pay attention to more mods and shit. I've been kind of helping out the odd Dawn of War community stuff here and there. And then I'm just like, well, what about generals and all the other shit? Because with the Steam release, it's actually like I have the game on Steam now. My first decade doesn't really work anymore for whatever reason. So I have the Steam version of the game, but I still need to figure it the fuck out because yeah, it's a bit wonky trying to get everything working with that.
Have you watched
Windows 10, 11.
have you watched the video, the install video?
No, I need a link to that.
There you go, I'll grab it for you. And for anyone else, if you're having problems installing the mod, please go to the Rise of the Reds Facebook page. We have a pinned video made by our very own USA Bruce that you can look at that allows you, it's a full guide on how to install the mod on Steam, how to get multiplayer working, and everything else you need to know to have the optimal general's experience on Windows 10.
Not surprised Bruce made something like that. Good on him. That's good we got a tutorial going.
And the
Yeah,
guy you
no,
are
he's-
hearing is indeed one of the voice actor for Rise of the Reds, and also the guy that drafted me in, Mr. Comrade
really?
Crimson. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Maelstrom was, he's the dude that voiced the Bloodhound and some other ECA units, and he did a damn good job of it. So, yeah. No, it's been a while. I'm an old head of voice acting in this mod. I guess I walked into his stream here.
Yeah, you did.
You have.
Yeah, that's to be expected when you are working in a channel that is called Stream Channel.
Yeah, so,
I don't know, but
yeah.
It's very good to see you again, mate.
yep.
Yeah, likewise. I'm thinking of getting back into getting some rounds going and getting some looking into how things have been going again with touching base. Yeah, what's the stream that's going on? Who's one hosting it at the moment?
Me.
Mail.
Yeah.
Mouse. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll hop on Twitch and give it a watch, and I guess I'll join the commentary.
Aye, sure.
Yeah, why not? As long as I'm not.
I mean, if you can
Dash
easily get the
and
game
target.
installed. You can join us, yeah. You can join as an observer if you want.
Yeah, but he needs an
For
install
sure.
for that.
I got some appointment stuff in about a couple hours. I gotta handle a thing, so I'll probably just stick to watching for now. But I will be looking into getting everything set up likely today, and then from there on, I'll probably be able to quit.
Sounds bloody good, mate.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Okay,
We
right.
have the Black Bear out for
Yes.
Calvin.
Now, Calvin's been ranked 5 for a little bit now.
Yep.
Now, honestly, if he hit double W and just guard moded the enemy base, he would win this game in 5 seconds. But he is taking his time, doing this very slow and deliberately. So we'll see what happens from here. Skitt has got a small chance to rebuild at the moment.
Yeah, but now that he has Ursa Division, we will get full speed Sentinels probably.
Oh yeah, and he's
Oh,
got
he-
the speed run on the Black Bear as well. Look at it. Oh, well, stop moving now, but
Yeah.
it was zipping around.
Yeah. No, but you can see the exhaust. If it has white smoke, it has the speed upgrade. But nothing on the. Oh yes, it has the improved cannons on the Kodiaks. Yeah, he's gonna shred.
Oh, so good. Oh, poor Skitt's in trouble. He is rank 5, so yeah, I hope he went Pandora.
I don't know
hang on,
because
he's,
he sent
his
his.
research facility died.
I don't know if he has a trump card because he sent his Bulldog and his Grand Slam recently. So So
Oh, it's not even that. He's T2 died, so he never got a chance to research a protocol. He is in a bad spot. Oh no!
Yep.
And the Black Bear also just sniped the dozer that was trying to rebuild the research facility. Oh, these light units are not going to stand against any of these. These Russian units are just going to plow through this.
Blasting them out of the water.
indeed.
Oh, he's pulling the Black Bear back.
He's playing it safe, like step up. Oh, fob.
Safest move there is. Oh, he's actually close fob. Hold on.
Yeah, but like it literally killed nothing.
Yeah, that was a waste.
Oh, there goes the solar. Bit excessive.
That's a bit excessive, mate.
It's okay. He has the backup generators, so he's not. He still has power for his.
And here is the animation when it's powered on, and as you can see, the level power here depletes.
Yeah. They'll buy him time for him to build up the power plant.
Yeah, but
it,
does he have even a
not
dozer?
I mean, he has a field command at the top if he wants to be sneaky, but I don't think there's any chance.
Yeah, wouldn't bet on that.
Yeah, that's, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Sentinels to Black Bear. You get
Yeah, and
to take for that.
Improve cannon Kodiaks as well. Plus the Black Bear. It's
Oh, you got the the Bloodhounds aren't gonna have a good day here. Ooh.
Yep.
Wow, this is a brutal late game. But you can see the difference. It's all in the eco. Calvin had a crap load of sec eco. Skitt did not have the same amounts.
Yeah. Honk honk.
He's using the horn.
Yeah, so as a nice little thing, now the Bloodhounds has the ability to beep beep like a sheep. For those who get the reference, but yeah.
Now it's excessive.
Now it's excessive,
Now
yeah.
he's just showing up with the helicopter swarm, yeah.
He's been like preparing those hinds for like hours. Battle of Iceland. Beep beep, I'm a sheep. Yes.
Iceland with extreme global warming, maybe. Where
Yeah, it was a meme map.
Yeah, it's not a great map for proper play.
Yeah.
But it did give us a chance to show off all the late game stuff, so that's nice.
Yeah. Well.
You like the beeping? Yeah.
Hind's sacrificial pit. Poor Skitt was thrown straight into it.
Yes. Okay, so we have I could observe a 2v2 here. We have Mizo, Skitt, Ricc, and Calvin.
We can try, but
Yeah.
track record
Have faith, brother.
on stream. Oh, I
Have faith in the holy gods of the stream.
So we got a match between Mizo, Ricc, and Skitt, who have been around for a long time, to the point where I can remember you guys. That's how long they've been around. But and then we got Cal coming into the 4th position.
Yep.
The Skype days, yeah, true. That's how long it's been. All right.
Yeah, that's true. Like you have, I haven't seen you play since the like almost the release of 1.85, like almost 10 years ago now.
It was more that like I played a little bit more recently. That the last version I was like seriously on was like 1.87, and then like that was like a couple of years ago. I was playing a little.
Yeah,
bit of
you
that,
voiced the
and,
anarchist. You voiced the anarchist and the mercenary runner. That's true.
Yeah, and then there was Grad, and I think I voiced something else.
Grad, Buratino.
Those were old ones.
But the conscripts, the reserves.
Yeah, conscript is old, ancient.
It's a good one.
I was very young.
Plague
when I
Duster,
voiced that,
Hyena,
but-
indeed.
Yep.
I mean, I think
Javelin?
half the unit voices in this game are from you, mate.
The Javelin, ATV Humvee.
Yeah. The American call-in units, the Humvee there, munition
Yeah,
truck.
the ATV.
Oh yeah, the munition track, the Irish munition track voiced by the
Yeah,
Canadian.
munition track. Internet truck was also
Yep.
the Chinese internet truck. Yep.
Yep.
That was one I did.
You've
I've-
heard the Javelin team voices got reused in a Warhammer mod, maybe.
Probably inspired by it, but yeah, it's made by good old Crimson. Yeah.
Yeah. What Warhammer mod, if you know? Because like honestly, I might just go approach them and be like, "Hey, I'll just give you a bespoke." 'Cause honestly, like, I get like mods will recycle, and I don't really have a problem with that myself. But like, sometimes it's best to just get a bespoke thing. And I like, there's a time where like, I just want to do something for fun, you know, getting back into the swing of things. It's always good to be expanding your creative palette.
I remember even before the times where I was introduced into Rise of the Reds, you put me in the Crystallized Doom team. Remember that?
I do
Crystallized
remember.
Doom.
My English was so bad, he was laughing his ass off because my pronunciation was bad, but to a point it was hilarious. Mismatch.
Well,
See, this is what I'm talking about. Team games, guys.
the one thing I've kind of found that as the years have gone on with when it comes to voice work and when you're designing factions or anything like that, is that if you have an internationalist sort of outlook with factions, like especially with like Twisted Insurrection, you got Nod and GDI, which are global, widespread phenomena. You can get away with having different accented troops, honestly, like when you think about it, because it's both organizations were made of the people from across the globe, right?
Oh, Skitt is asking if you want to take the spot.
You really want me to play?
Why don't Calvin and Mizo do a 1v1?
Yeah, Calvin versus Mizo. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
because
But yeah, here, one second.
Go on,
Just
go on.
answer this one. No. I was just gonna say to Major, if you heard the anarchist voice in Twisted Insurrection, was it like 1-to-1 anarchist voice, or was it something similar? Because I did voice the militia and a few other units in Twisted Insurrection, both for Nod and GDI, some years ago, for them. So like at this point, like I've forgotten more than I'll ever remember in terms of stuff I've voiced.
like you also voiced on Mental Omega for what I remember. So
Yeah, no, it's been fun voicing, working with people across the different mods and whatnot, because there's all sorts. Honestly, the Command and Conquer community in general has so many different talented mods, different projects that people put their heart and soul into, and it's good to actually be part of that. You know, this was the stuff that launched me into my career.
Yeah.
Frankly, it's nice to be getting back into it. Recycler was done by George Exley, and he's a British VA, and he did a fantastic job on the Recycler.
Yeah.
Very in-depth unit with lots of different voice lines to it, lots of different functions, and you can arm it in all sorts of different ways if you get the salvage of your enemy.
It's funny that it's funny each time we talk about George, we bring up the Recycler as it's automatic.
Well,
I always think of the Claymore when talking about him.
Yeah,
Claymore's always been my favorite George.
No, I'm not saying that it's bad. It's like automatic, like which thing. George Exley, Recycler, like they're the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, even he is very proud of this one. So not saying that it's bad at all.
Ooh, Mizo's gone for prepared defenses as well.
It's been like, I'm old and shitty these days, so like when I voiced the conscript, I was a young spring chicken, and now I'm more of a summer chicken, so it's kind of funny to think about that, where like I've literally like the conscript, that was I could even do that voice. It'd be something like conscript ready to fight. But nah, like I'm just
Hey,
like,
Joe! Thank you for the follow!
yeah.
Shinkar Hot Flame, thank you
Follow
for the
this
follow!
man. Give this man all the follows.
Did Comrade
Oh,
Crimson
that poor
also
dog.
voiced General Iron Hand? It did. Phantasm0915, thank you for the follow. Yeah, he voiced General Iron Hand, I voiced General Hukum, and Mr. Matthew Vanston voiced General Bao for Contra.
Yeah.
Why didn't you follow me at start, Joe? I wonder?
Oh, is this dog going to be able to kill the
Sometimes we
capturing
just forget to
capturing
click a
rifle?
button.
Osama DX, thank you for the follow.
Yeah.
Any new for... Yeah, I voiced Hukum. Anything new for GLA this stream? No, I don't think so. Probably stat
Oh, we got a
changes,
bit of a
but
sneaky
yeah,
raid.
nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the demo truck stuff.
It's been showcased already.
But I think in this game we got a classic GLA versus ECA, where the ECA is just slowly building up, and the GLA is throwing down as many base defenses as they can to stop the ECA dogs from getting in.
ECA dogs and transports and all sorts of pain. They want to inflict.
I
by
recently learned.
GLA.
I recently learned you cannot transport dogs.
Nope.
Doggies are not good enough. Demo truck stuff. Basically, quality of life for the demo truck. So you do not need to buy the barrels each time you drop them anymore. It's now a timed ability. Way more handy.
Oh, he's using the he's using the wide mode on the Fenris to shut down both the tanks. This means these leopards are going to be able to drive in and have maximum effectiveness.
Hey Frost, see this? The Fenris is still good.
You never said it wasn't.
No, I know,
Yes,
but he was pissed when it was nerfed.
Yeah, the Fenris literally saved his skin there because
Yeah.
the one big thing about any of these tier 1 units that are being destroyed is that it does offer the salvage, and ECA salvage gives armor penetrating recyclers.
Yep.
Those things can tear through tanks like no one's business.
And
Well, he's got
also,
his recycler out next to his barracks ready to go, so I imagine Carl's going to try and sneak that one out there and get something from it.
and even
We
worse
got a,
than the
heavy
penetrating
weapons
guns, he
team of
gives
some
the
sort.
canister quads.
Calvin has not got much match presence at the moment, though. He hasn't got a lot of movement on the center of the map. He hasn't got supplies on the right or left. So Calvin is actually, the longer he sits in his base,
He
the
has
worse
both
this is gonna
derricks
go
though.
for him.
He has both derricks though.
Yeah, that doesn't mean too much when Mizo can just slowly walk out there and take them. There's nothing protecting those derricks. So we'll see what Calvin's moves are. It looks like Mizo's trying to take the middle, set up a forward base.
Hey Jokesy, you
Well,
want to
the
see
being
everything explode in the base? You just have to play then. So you just have to self-destruct your bomb truck again.
Oh, we do got a
Your
recycler
team.
out.
The team's working as intended.
Yeah.
Destroying the tanks. Very few barrages. Yes, the spear teams are very good at killing tanks.
Who voiced the Sentinel? The Sentinel was voiced by Perry? Was it Perry? It's the same guy who voiced the Tunguska actually. But I think the name of that person was Perry, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, we'll need to double check. I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
I know John Archer did the Kodiak.
And he also did the Hind.
Yeah. He did a slick job on those.
First thought
No,
was
I
Comrade
did not
Crimson.
do
I know he does all the grumpy voices, but this one is not him.
No, no, it's not me. I know that for a fact. The oils are getting denied by ECA artillery, and we have plenty of salvage, but it's a bit of a standstill in the middle because whoever dares might just get binned.
Yep,
Hold on a
Bombardier
sec.
is Comrade
If we
Crimson indeed.
If we look at this, Calvin's getting some partisans, so he's getting ready to deal with any dog issues. He just needs to keep his buggies alive. Don't let him die. Ooh, the buggy's getting picked off by those mod tracks. It's a pretty big deal. He's lost most of his anti-building damage now.
Yeah, also we noticed that he cannot put a recycler here, it's too risky, so he collected the salvage with his Scorpion tanks, which is working as well. Yeah.
The Scorpion Rocket's working very well against these Bloodhounds, though. Bloodhounds should not be engaging here. This is not a fight Mizo wants to take like this.
No.
Oh, this is not a good fight for Mizo. He is losing all his tanks, and the Recycler can charge forward and get all that salvage without much opposition now.
He does have...
The Modder should...
Ooch!
Oh.
I didn't see that one coming.
That was almost friendly fire. Scud firing away.
Yep.
Oh, that was a mistake. Now he can't drive in to get the salvage anymore.
Mm.
He also has the junk repair upgrade, so that means that their tanks are going to be healing good. Their infantry are also healing on their own.
Yeah, and
This is
also
a
the junk repair gives an aura of repair to the recycler, so even more repair.
Yeah, no, they are making a survivable force, and the UCA is losing their central position.
He's going for it. He's going for the salvage. Well, the Recycler's there. He's got to hit the button. Hit the button, Calvin. He's getting that salvage.
He got
Oh, he's being greedy. Look, he's not even backing up. He's going for the other salvage as well.
He wants the money as well.
Oh, that is greedy.
And he got it!
I
He
love
got it! Tier 1
That's
ECA.
tier
The
Mizo
tank
should
breaker
really
voice is
stand up, that's
exclusive.
fine.
Why don't you like the tank breaker voiceover? If you're referring to the Shockwave recoilless rifleman, it was one of my first sets and I just absolutely hate it. It's bland, it's low quality, it's every beginner's mistake has been done in this set.
This gun is too good.
And currently,
there's nothing you can do to stop this.
yeah, and
He
currently
needs to
the
build
tank
that
breaker is used by the spear team.
But honestly, when we look at our old voiceovers, they're like stepping stones of progress in terms of how we honed our acting methods, our mentalities, and they're kind of like time capsules in the past.
Yeah. But this one is like, I wanted it to be similar to the Stinger Soldier, which is still pretty good in my book, but
It is, yeah.
but it was
That poor time.
way too close to that, and it was actually a downgrade compared to this one. So
Oh god,
Yeah.
3 scuds. 4 scuds firing.
I see 3.
Although, if I'm being
there's
terribly
4.
honest,
Mhm.
at this point, when it comes to voiceovers, sometimes you just develop a bit of a roster of voices that you just summon out, especially as one gets older and you build up a bit of a pantheon of
Yeah.
stuff you've done. And recycling a voice intonation, it definitely happens.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. But this one I didn't do it
You
properly,
would
so
polish it up in a completely different direction. I
Yeah,
bet
yeah.
you.
and it didn't work well.
Yeah.
Watchful eyes of homeland skies.
And
Yes,
I'm
indeed. That's still me.
Yeah.
This tank block going through the middle
GLA.
is a very good spot to just charge forward.
Yeah, they're just pushing in. They eliminated that oil. That guard tower is going to be saying goodbye very quickly with those scuds.
Yep.
Well, the Scuds aren't even targeting the guards out. They're going straight for the blobs of units. And Mizo's defense is totally reliant on these Grenadiers, which are just going to die to all the toxin bombs. Like, this is a bad spot for Mizo. He needs to build anti-ballistics, but he's just not.
Yeah, well, he has one sky shield, but 2 more scuds and he won't.
Yeah, exactly.
Couple
I mean, he's got all
of,
4 Scuds
Jeffers
out.
have moved on up to try and counter the missiles coming in, because Jeffords can also fire at incoming.
No, they
ordnance.
can't.
No, they can't.
They can't.
They are.
It's
purely
mobile sensor arrays that can.
Oh, this is bad for Mizo. These
Oh.
tanks are just gonna be able to walk in here. Look, his trident isn't even deployed. His trident's derping out like an idiot. Fire!
He has
Oh,
already
he's got
hit
the gas now.
a howitzer. Yeah, howitzer coming in. That might help clean up the quads a little bit. And
Yeah.
Not enough. He's able to scoot out of there. And look, now the partisans are walking up on the right, so he's gonna be able to take out any infantry, any grenadiers, or anything.
Ooh, but bomblet strikes.
Pretty big change. Ooh, that was a good GP.
Yeah.
He saved his points for that one. Still, Scuds say go away.
Yeah. But yeah, the
figure
bomblet
out
strike has
scuds
been
are scuds.
updated. That hurts a lot, indeed.
yeah, bloodhounds or air maybe to sneak around those scuds, but he's building tunnels and supporting infrastructure all around, trying to consolidate his map control.
Calvin is using Scuds the ideal way. He's using them for quick tunnel pops out, shoot the missiles back in, very strategically. Like, there's not much Mizo can do about that unless he can completely negate the Scuds with anti-ballistics, or he can get some mole mines to target the tunnels to force the Scuds out. That said, though, he's not in a very economic position to do so. He is just about out of money.
Yeah.
What
As
about
for this
Stern on
Scud,
the right.
as for this Scud
What about the
launcher, I see the comment. The damage is identical to one Scud of the super weapon, but it still has limited range. Like, it has less range than a Topol, I think. But yeah, it is not like full range, if that's your concern.
Yeah. They're a very powerful long-range artillery, but they
Yeah, they are special
gonna get
artillery,
broken.
let's call them that.
That said, look, Mizo's finally got a mobile sensor array,
Mm.
Yeah.
but we saw Calvin unload a grad and put it back in, so I imagine he's probably going to go for tunnel grad pops.
Yeah, but
This?
one MSA versus 4 Scuds, who wins?
Go, Sky Shield. Come on, MSA, you can do it. Oh, it's trying.
Hey, it destroyed 2? That's commendable.
Yeah,
He
but
needs
that
2 more
toxin's
MSAs
gonna-
and he's good.
Yeah. Toxin will damage stuff, but the repair aura is doing its job with the Warhound and the field command.
Mm.
So he's not losing those units quite yet, but he's got to build himself up more defenses. Because right now the GLA's got the momentum, and this is the Scorpion advance coming
It's
right
economic.
now.
It's purely economic. Like, Calvin has way more income than Mizo does. Mizo is spending so much money trying to defend against these Scuds. So Calvin's just punishing him by going for something that isn't Scuds. Look, Grad's coming in, tanks walking in. There is no answer for this.
Yeah, it
Mizo
does
is
not.
pretty much dead.
He has a trident. Like, he could weed them out a bit, but
Nah, he's not going to get range. Look, he's just lost the command center, so he can't
Yeah.
even fall in any sort of general's power. And the insurrection bomb next to the tier 2, yeah, that's brutal.
he has the backup generator, so he still has his echo, but
Yeah, but he's not going to be able to produce enough units to
Nah.
That's no
ward
money.
off the
He has no money.
no, he doesn't have anything to burst them out, because, like, yeah.
Yeah. And
Right.
with that,
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a sec.
Yep. Insurrection mob is insane since day 1. Who would win? A whole tank platoon or a very angry group of civilians? Depend of the tanks, actually. Because...
Also,
yeah.
to be fair, those are armed civilians with like Molotovs, rifles, and rocket launchers surrounding that poor tank. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Toxin shells. Yeah. Basically that. Like, if you have toxin shells, or like if you have a few how do you call it now? Toxin tractors with the viral rockets, you're in for a treat.
yep.
Let's just wait for Ricc. You see a shrapnel. So yeah, the shrapnel thing has been moved to tier 2, but as a trade-off, what has been brought from tier 2 to tier 1 are the repair specialists. So many lines I couldn't understand with the mercs due to the language. Yeah, they are a bit special.
They are interspersed with different African, mostly Congolese, and some different South African sayings. I kind of wanted them to be a bit of a hodgepodge mix, but looking back at them, it's definitely a unit that is interspersed with a lot. Like, I tried back then to try and make it as localized as possible to different mostly Congolese phrases and the like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, same for the hyena. That sounds Pakistani. I think that was what you were for.
Roughly speaking, I imagine that it was like a mercenary of some sort that was coming in and serving with the GLA, like a air pilot mercenary. But yeah, we have GLA versus ECA again, Cal and
Yep.
Mizo. We already have a Bloodhound approaching the likes of the GLA base.
Yeah, it is the
Oh,
one
look.
given by default. Confessor, you had a question. I'm listening to you. Well, reading rather, but yeah, you got the idea. Field command opening for Mizo.
Yeah. Speaks of a more defensive nature, I reckon. Warhounds and moles off the bat. That makes sense against
Yeah.
GLA.
Also now the pandas can be produced from here. So basically everything. If you want some infantry support, it works well. Does the Russian Sergeant Mortar ability have a time of expiration? It has been reworked recently. So now the cooldown is shorter and it still expires. But basically, you have very little downtime between the moment it expires and the moment you can recall it. So virtually, you can have it infinitely.
GLA is pushing in with infantry, but a guard tower is going on up. Foxhole's eliminated, but I think between that deployed gunner and that tower, they're going to make quick work of anything.
Yeah, maybe not of that Scorpion tank. Ah, but we have a Panzerfaust.
Yeah, that will drive back the GLA pretty good. So the ECA is controlling this middle point where you go. We're seeing some barricades and subsequent fortifications come up.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So
That's a
we
very
have
ambitious model.
Yes, it is. Already being attacked by a couple of these Panzerfaust, so he has to work quick to get something out, but it looks like he's selling
Trying
the
to
thing.
sell it off, yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna get it.
Yeah, he sold out because he saw that the situation was not going at his advantage. However,
it's
he's
not a
going
matter
for
of
the
just-
reinforcement pad.
It's more a matter of those things usually get killed before they can get sold off, so that's very lucky for him.
Indeed. However, there is a barracks on the opposite end of the map where the ECAs managed to get their own reinforcement pad.
Oh, the dog on the oil, top left. Oh, Mizo, using a very good guard mode dog there.
No, you cannot have several mortar strike from the sergeant at the same time. Like they last, I think, for something like 20 seconds, and the cooldown is 30. So yeah, you have a downtime of 10 seconds in which you cannot have a mortar strike.
And that is between all sergeants.
Left side of the map, Calvin has managed to sneak some rebels in
Yep.
to steal
Solemn.
Mizo's tech structures.
Has
GLA got new content?
not on this one. Like just quality of life on the demo truck, and that's it.
Although for some older folks returning to the mod, the Striker missile team is definitely a new unit, at least for myself. Last I played, the Striker was something that wasn't in the game.
There is no striker in there, mate.
He's talking about
what's the
GLA
deployed
one.
Oh yeah, the
like-
murder van, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the infantry one.
Ah,
New one.
the spear team.
Spears, that's one.
Spear team, that's the word. Yeah, I was calling it a Striker for some reason. But yes,
I think the
Spear
Striker
team
was
is
the
new.
old, yeah,
Yeah.
the old documents.
The Wasp Pipe is indeed a striker. Yes. It's a striker chassis with the drone command on it. Yeah, that's actually true.
Oh no, this poor engineer, he's trying to run the gauntlet of death on the left side.
He's in the dead zone. He is in the
rebel
dead
is-
zone. He's safe.
Oh, but there's a bloody rebel there.
Oh damn. Too bad.
Right, this one in the middle. Do we have a suicide mine run? Oh, you got the mines
We
down,
do.
we didn't kill the units. Oh, that's unlucky. That's free salvage for that's very free salvage for Calvin there.
No. Actually, it's not because there are some mole mines planted here.
But it might not kill the recycler though, because it's right on
it
the
would,
periphery.
it would, like you have two of them,
Oh,
it
yeah,
would
the
track
buggy's
the
not triggered
recycler.
there.
Well. it
Oh, he said if
depends
they
on
put the rebel forward, you get
They
blown
do
up
not,
by.
they do not trigger on infantry. Oh, they do trigger on infantry. Damn.
They trigger on everything. Whee!
Ah, fuck.
That corpse has gone flying. Whee!
a
GLA space
noble
program again.
sacrifice for the cause.
So
GLA
Mizo's
space.
made the decision. It is too hard to capture the buildings. He's just going to blow them up with one mortar track. Which, honestly, fair enough.
Yeah.
Though, it'll be an interesting to battle to see if this rebel here is going to be able to do enough damage to kill this mortar track before the mortar track can kill up both buildings.
Yeah. ECA is having trouble keeping control of the flanks of this map. They took the middle, but the flanks are firmly in GLA hands. But with the Tiger and the mortar track doing work to eliminate that gun, it's only going to be a matter of time before the left side is lost assets.
Plus, his right side is pretty safe. With
Marauder
these,
cleaning the mines like a Chad.
Yeah.
Heavy
But
sniper
it does not care
teams.
about that. Ooh.
Yeah, those heavy sniper teams will be plinking away, and we also... Is that Frank Yeager, I see?
Yep.
It is indeed Big Boy Frankie. Now,
Yeah.
these buggies are in a bad spot, though. Ooh.
They
Yeah.
are
This sniper's
facing-
going as intended.
Two snipers
A
versus
unit
one
that-
buggy. The buggy doesn't win.
Yeah, no. Them snipers will shut down buggy use. That is their intended function.
Oh, he's
Um,
going for the fire control station again as well. Mizo really wants to hold that middle supply as hard as possible.
Also, you probably
However-
missed that trench, but the heavy sniper team are now more designed towards support. Like they can call in airstrikes.
Pretty cool. They're still very good against buggies, though, I imagine. Anything
Yeah.
light there
Yeah.
is going to
Yeah.
kill.
Yeah, they're very, very good, like, light unit cannons. But just, yeah, they can call in airstrikes, they can call in artillery barrages, which he's just done the creepy barrage in
Yep.
the tunnel, probably hoping to catch something out of. Oh, but hang on, partisans are stealth, and there's no stealth detection here.
Yeah.
In fact, he's deployed the stealth detecting partisan, so he can walk up and pick off the snipers. Oh, this is clever and a bit rude. Go on, finish him off. Yep, partisans. Oh,
Yeah,
dogs
but there are
here.
dogs. Oh, they killed the dog.
Yeah.
The mortar strikes are coming in there.
Ouch.
You know
Another
what? I'm
dog
sure that's
comes in,
worth it.
yeah.
That was still worth it.
Good night,
Yeah.
Phantasm. Thank you for joining in. Right, so also you saw the rework of the partisan. Now the radio transmitter is a how do you call it?
Passive function now.
Yeah, it's a toggle instead of a of an ability, and once you toggled it,
Good air
it
attack,
will
Mizo.
it will only
Oh.
activate when it's immobile. Ooh,
The barrage, Mizo getting a really sneaky little air attack into Calvin's base. Did a lot of damage there.
Took out his vehicle factory, and with those Tiger gunships, it's probably going to flee now that quad cannons are coming in, but it did decent damage taking out vehicle production.
yeah.
If you look
Also,
on the minimap, Mizo's been able to push left during all this, so that's actually giving him a huge amount of time while Calvin's focused on his air units.
also worth noting that the missile strike, even if it's a global cooldown ability, it's pre-fire, so the time it needs to lock on a target before it activates has been drastically reduced. Like before it was almost 10 seconds you had to lock on, now it's 2.
Yeah, the ability cooldown is very quick and very
Yeah.
deadly.
That's also
Yeah,
why
like
it's a
quick and
global
deadly.
cooldown. Ooh,
Tanks
that's a
trapping
death
in
trap.
here, and they're getting barraged. Here comes the cruise missiles in the fire control station.
And even
Oh, this
in
is
the
just
in the east you have a little skirmish, and you have a fire consultation as well.
Oh, I take it back. I thought Mizo was going to be able to hold that without... No, it looks like that Calvin's just had sheer force to do this, to push on through.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cal's got enough tanks to push through that position. The ECA needs to consider they are pushing in with leopard tanks and more Tigers.
He's not pushing,
Oh.
like it's completely ignoring the Scorpion. Mizo, what you doing?
The aggroed onto one of the quad cannons that's running away. He's fucked up. He's mismarkered it. That
Yep.
said, he has got the Tiger here, so if he guarded that mode correctly, he'd be alright. Oh, Grad's firing. Grad's firing does
Yeah.
in a bad neighborhood now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with a Marauder tank to come in, that Marauder is gonna get nice
So
juicy
like,
salvage.
Mm.
I mean, Mizo's got a bunch of grenadiers here ready to go, but he hasn't got them spread out and deployed. He's relying too much on the artillery.
We have a double-barreled Marauder tank trying to flee from the howitzer fire and into
That
more
Tiger's
target
dead.
fire.
Yeah, it will probably become a priority target at some point.
Mizo's got 7k. He needs to spend that money on a bunch of mortar tracks and some more, tanks.
The moment you say that, it dropped to 1.5k.
Yeah, big money
Oh,
spent.
because he's got 4 dozers hanging out in his base. What is he doing, mate? Use them.
Just dozing off right now, having a doze.
He's playing like his AI, just building stuff and doing nothing.
Yeah.
Come on, Mizo,
Needs
you will
to
not
get-
win by crashing the game.
These grenadiers are in a bad neighborhood.
He needs some Yagma Mutts, I think, honestly, at this point. He'll clear
Yep.
out those units.
He has a
needs
couple of
something solid
warhounds that can hold off the line for a moment, but that's not
Yeah.
something viable in the long term.
What he needs more than anything is money. He has no Sec Eco.
Them,
Those
those,
Sec Eco game again.
that Grad just shredded that warhound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever since the damage got fixed, they are
Ugh.
probably the highest damage artillery in the game at this point.
Grads are no joke. They are very good artillery, and
Hey,
what with the field command getting targeted down now, we have the Arty taking out the Grads, so the Grads eliminated. Now it's just a matter of dealing with this front-facing force of tanks.
God, the heroic quad is just gonna shred anything that isn't this shooter.
heroic double-barreled
Oh, I'm in a
marauder.
ambush.
That was scary.
Oh, Marauder's dead.
Nope, I
And
think
the
Mizo's dead.
insurrection.
Danger
Yeah,
close would
Mizo's
be an
dead.
option here on one of the buildings.
Oof. Insurrection and
Insurrection.
ambush.
Dead.
Nah, you ain't winning this one, Mizo.
You
Tank
know,
having GPs. Reinforcing
yes.
tanks on the right.
one thing about this version I'm curious on. Is tear gas still a early option for
No.
UCA?
No.
No, the GP's been removed.
It's been removed. So does the function, has it been implemented some other way then?
Well, you have
yes.
other units that still have tear gas mortars, but the GP is not there. And also the strike has been given to the heavy sniper team, so you can have your snipers dropping like a tear gas bomb.
Gotcha, but no more that whole line of an airplane
No.
coming in,
No, no, no.
dropping.
Nah, that's all gone.
It's unfortunate because I feel like something like that would actually be very useful against these GLA encounters because you use tear gas back in the day. If you use tear gas on grads and other things like that, you would be basically denying them their range and making them more vulnerable to pressing forward, which is good for a defensive faction.
Yeah. Well, design-wise, it totally makes sense, but the issue was there's a lot of engine problems that come with the way tear gas has been implemented. And to make it work with the strike, it just caused too many mismatches. There's nothing we could really do without, removing tear gas from the game to fix that. So it got the axe, and tear gas was reworked for coding reasons more than anything else.
Yeah.
That is understandable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even if it was cool, like it was triggering mismatches 80% of the time, so at some point it was not worth it.
Sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and just accept things, yeah. No, we have freezing rain. That's the one we're thinking about.
Yep, that's the one I'm gonna go with. Like those are maps that were recommended for me to use, so I'm trying
Well,
them.
they're symmetrical, right? They're
Yeah. Proper maps.
balanced.
USA
So,
versus
USA.
China. Okay.
Yes. So light blue USA versus green China. Let's go.
All right.
I'm
Let's see how
waiting.
these
I'm
guys
waiting
make
for
that.
people sending me replays of one taking cyan and the other taking sky blue, and like, okay, fuck, I will not, will not look at anything. Any new content for China? Not that I know of.
Well, we all know China's pretty much the most finished faction.
Yeah, like yeah, China is complete.
Yeah.
But there are balance changes coming every now and then. But yeah, like basically, the latest change for China is that the Sunstorm Propaganda Center and Propaganda Airship got their area of propaganda doubled, basically. Hello, Tanjiro.
Hello, hello, folks. Yeah, we have ourselves a little bit of a scouting kiss and tell and move on sort of situation. We have infantry coming out from the American player.
Yep.
And a dozer heading north.
He has taken the veteran company, so he has his infantry coming at rank 1 from the get-go.
Yeah, China is moving towards the center. We already have a troop crawler pushing out, so that will be...
Also a dozer? I'm not sure if it's wanted or if it's a misclick.
I think it's a matter that he's waiting for money to secure those supplies.
Okay, but I wouldn't have sent it here alone without proper fire cover, you know.
Cal is just being ballsy, but he does have a Gatling cannon with that supporting troop crawler. Just eliminated the drone scout.
Didn't get to see the new content for Russia. Ah, well, too bad. Indeed, so the Grumble radar relay array and the anti-ballistics were showcased, indeed. And Cyan and Sky Blue confusing people. It's just that in the middle of the action, it's hard to see the difference. Because when you have stuff that is going very fast, you do not really see the difference. Anything new for China? China is considered finished. Bar, of course, balance and bug fixes.
Yeah, as far as content goes, they are a pretty complete package, and they have been so for quite a while.
Oh wait, there is a new thing for China. A little subtle thing. If we can showcase the Shenlong.
Yeah, we have a bit of a duel in the center going on between a Gatling tank and them, but the Humvees and their infantry friends have won the day there.
I forgot the new Shenlong thing.
What's the new Shenlong thing? What's that
it's a nice quality of life thing. So if he shows that, I'll talk about it.
Fair enough. We have some heavy weapons Gatling teams coming up with the Chinese players, supported by a good little horde of Red Guard. The US player pushing into that central position has spelled death for those Humvees, and now we have a hand gunship with the napalm attache.
Yeah. Ricc has gone for dinner.
Yep.
Or lunch, I don't know what time zone it is.
Yeah, a meal time somewhere. That Inferno is killing them drones and them infantry.
Yep.
Just wreaking havoc, but it looks like the US players managed to eliminate it.
Well, yeah, the Shenlong has its kit, like it has its turrets. That doesn't change. But there is a neat little quality of life for it. So if Calvin can show that, I will explain in more detail. It's nothing. It's not a big change, but it's a neat little thing.
Yeah. It looks like the Chinese player at the moment, though, is going for a more quantity over quality strategy with many different Red Guards coming out and just solidifying the hold of that central supply situation. Whereas our American friend is relying on a mixture of infantry, drones, and some supportive vehicles scattered about. The Chinese player does have vision of this, though, with that outpost stealth.
Oh god, hang on.
It has
You got a
both
bot in your you got a
Horde
bot
and
in your chat.
Propaganda upgrades though, so that's a non-negligible boost in firepower. And we have Lotus in the field.
The issue here is Mizo doesn't have flashbangs, so his units aren't going to be doing a huge amount against all these infantry.
Yeah. We have some MiG bombers coming in. One of them got shot down, and we have javelin teams out in front with the odd little drones
Mizo's also
there.
going for a harass here. He's sending in a couple of AT drones to go and kill some of Calvin's trucks. And he's burrowed them under the ground. Oh, they got blown up in the mines. Unfortunate. Well, that was a very good attempted harass. Did take out 2 trucks. So he's
Oh,
himself a little bit
and
of
we
time.
got the
Oh.
new and improved AT drones.
Oh, why is he burrowing him? Just send him forward. Kill the trucks, mate.
Could have.
Maybe he's concerned that there's mines here too. We do have a Shenlong though, so we
Yep.
might be able to see what this quality of life improvement you got going here.
Here come the termite drones. Mizo using the Ricc special. He has no. He's seen the Hellfire. Oh, sorry, the MiG bombers. He needs to spend some money on some proper tier 2 anti-air to get some Patriots up or some Cyclops. Because without it, he's going to be in a very rough spot.
So, for
Yeah,
those
it
who
will-
didn't know already, the Shenlong no longer has the different arcs of fire, but now the firewall is a regular ability, like the normal dragon tank. But wait, there is more.
Yeah, armed with a ECM package.
EMP,
All
yeah.
those drones are coming in, trying to flank it, but they are getting subsequently burned. But the javelins are coming in, and let's see if they eliminate it.
Yeah,
yes,
they
they
did.
do.
We got one.
But there's
And then take out the
another
second.
one.
Micro tanks here are going to make that a much easier fight for the javelins.
Yeah, if they can survive in range. The ECM rockets are doing some work, but with the microwave shutting that tank down, it is gonna spell doom. But the Shenlons are just keep coming out. They
Oh, that
For Chinese economy, they are pretty cheap.
yep. With a big
yeah, oh,
fiery.
okay.
Alright, so it is something pretty hard to showcase, but a unique trait of the Shenlong is that now it can dismount its turret, and once it does that, it can choose a new one after a small amount of time. So basically, it is the only unit that can swap its kits.
Makes it versatile, that.
Yep. But of course, you cannot like hot swap it immediately. You have, I think it's 10 seconds of.
That's a lot of red guards dead. There's a lot of red guards.
Shenlong pushing away the Vipers.
Any reason? Because of a legacy reason, initially the Shenlong was supposed to get those turrets by having infantry loaded inside. So if you put a red guard, you get a machine gun. If you put a tank hunter, you get a flak cannon, and so on and so forth. But due
Yeah, it's
to
supposed to be a
coding,
bike unit originally.
yeah, but due to coding limitations, it was not achievable. So Hunter brought back this feature by having the dismount ability for their turrets.
Adapt, improvise, overcome. And speaking of adaptation, we do have chemical suits, although I don't think it's going to do good against that improved Chinese napalm that's going on.
It's not
right
gonna
now.
do
So
anything
here
versus
you saw the little effect, like the turret got destroyed on the spot, and now
Oh,
we
yeah.
switch to
Go
nukes.
for the nukes, which is
Oh, boy.
terrifying because that means he can build nuke cannons, which will obliterate everything Mizo has.
And
without
everything
even
that
trying.
survives get disabled because it has radiation.
Yep.
And mismatch.
Oh.
God damn it.
Nah, that'll
Ah,
be
right,
because he
it's
plays in the
against
game.
ISIS.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just a player number thing. Like,
No, it's
Yeah.
not experimental. No. It's not bike logic. It's kit logic. So do not ask
well, it was
me.
Spike Logic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to restart the game since we had a mismatch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
should be right.
Sage being sage there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
that match was
This is just
fun.
netcode. Yeah.
Yeah. The match was looking very fun though. It's very fun
Yeah.
to see Shenlongs blowing up and sending things flying.
I gotta commend Mizo for going for a infantry strat against someone who has Shenlongs. That is a certain kind of crazy.
The thing is, too, it was actually kind of working because he was using his units in tandem very effectively, shutting that stuff down. I think that match was actually quite even.
Yeah.
It could have gone either way, honestly.
Get a closer look to what? To Shenlong? To the Shenlong thing? Well, you simply see turret being selected, turret being destroyed, and that's it. End.
Any chance I could play this one?
Sure. Who do you want to face?
Either or.
Okay. Well, get along with them, and I'm fine with that. Good old turmoil. Mizo wants to observe. That's fine.
There we go. Alright, I'll dip from the call.
B7A mod, thank you for the follow, very do appreciate it. And welcome to the channel, because I do not think I've ever seen you commenting in the channel. Right, GLA versus Russia. Kids are programming voice like vanilla overloads upgrades. Don't quote me on
Hello,
that,
that
but I
Mishka.
think they are not. They are slightly different, but they are upgrades.
Yeah, that Mishka has a little like radar thing on top of it now. That's something new, at least for me.
Yeah, basically every faction now has radar by default, and so the first Mishka that is given by the player at the beginning of the game has the radar thing. So this gives, well, radar to the player, and also increases the vision range of the Mishka by a certain amount. I think it's 20 or 25%.
So do the Russians have radar towers anymore? Is
Yes.
that scrapped now?
Yes, because this thing is limited to 1, and so if you lose it, you can rebuild it, of course, but you can still have your radar towers for everything related to detection and all that jazz.
Right. So Russia really has a lot of options now in terms of sustaining its radar awareness.
Yeah, definitely.
Because back in the day, you had to wait until you got your radar up, which meant that the Russians were quite blind at the start.
Yeah, and things are getting a bit different considering like the general directive is to make things a little bit more, less tedious. So
Yeah.
Russia having no radar is kind of
Especially for a faction that is supposed to be one of the easiest.
For sure. We do have some bikes coming out, and they're trying to get past these...
They
Oh,
have
those are
anarchists!
They managed to survive the hail of conscript fire, and they're going right there. They are driving those war trucks off of the supply, and now they're doing some dozer hunting. Those guys are armed with rockets. But
And also
Kodiak,
showcasing AA versus GLA, you're gonna have a hard time.
yeah, but BMPs are a good call against GLA because you can garrison them with conscripts, give them protection, and they're nice and cheap. So if you
oh
lose
no, it's a
them-
good harass. Almost got the supply truck.
Yeah.
What's-
They did manage to get one of the supply trucks destroyed by the looks of it. So that is a ding on the Russian economy here.
There was an attempt for Ricc to harass
Yeah,
GLA from the top left, but the Scorpions intercepted them.
Ricc has a working economy right now, but it put a dent in its build order. What
Yeah.
needs to be shown for China again? Like,
So
I don't know.
barracks coming out there. It's going to be contested a little bit. It looks like the GLA is going to have to move fast before the Russians consolidate themselves. There,
Yep.
we got some Scorpions incoming. Try and push out them from that position. Followed up with some rebel infantry.
Just
the
saw
Russian
something
players.
go. And on the other side, it's the opposite actually.
Yeah, the Russians are making their own advance.
So GLA has the advantage on the right flank, and Russia has the advantage on the left flank.
Rick seems to be relying on the early game BMP power.
Yup, and
Let's
that's
be
also why he went for an infirmary opening instead of a weapons bunker.
I can probably benefit from the health.
For the health and also for the infantry munition, if he goes for that. The fuck was... Oh, that was the thing here.
Meanwhile, Calvin is going for more scorpions at the middle.
Sending
But
2
they're
of them in
turning
the
back.
middle, but he noticed probably the... That's a fucking firing squad!
Yeah. While Calvin is not paying attention, I can see a group of units going on the top left of Calvin's base.
Yeah, but I don't know if Calvin has anything in his base to manage that. Oh, he has technicals and is loading them with... You need to act faster, dear sir.
I think he's a little bit concerned about the big Russian blob to his west. Killing
Yep.
his supplies.
Yeah, but sending Scorpion tanks to that, it will... Oh, maybe if he goes for crushes.
I think it'll work out. Take out the
You need-
BMP.
He needs toxin tractors.
Yeah. Yeah, and he has one.
No, but he's not firing well.
Oh, wait!
Okay.
Yeah, they're focusing down the BMP. The BMP is eliminated, and that is cleaned up with a whole bunch of green juice. The Mountain Dew has cleared the conscript sprue.
The GLA Saboteur will not make a comeback in Rise of the Reds, and if a unit called Saboteur comes back, it will have nothing to do with the Saboteur from 0 Hour. Because this unit was pretty limited.
Hellions out. Does Calvin have any anti-air? Nope, aside from that bike.
Yeah, and that's not gonna cut it.
No.
He's
Nope.
gonna need quad cannons or Urals.
Yeah, or Jarman.
Single soldier would be good as well.
He does have his. He does have his. tier
Oh,
up, but I
he's
think
just
he's
not
able
paying
to make it.
attention. Like there was one bike that is picking them up.
Yeah. And the
That
Hellions
bike
are
is
not.
gonna get promoted pretty fast here, I'm thinking, and that's a nice.
No, Saboteur is not in Rise of the Reds. It is in a Hun patch, but that's a separate thing.
Alright, and I see a group of tanks with an MTP and conscripts heading on the right now.
Yeah,
A bunch of RPGs as well, mixing with the conscripts. That should be posing a threat. Unless that grad would be able to answer something.
is infirmary route cheaper than the weapons bunker? Yes, it is. Both in money and in energy costs.
Yeah, but there are some, key stuff that
Yeah.
the infirmary doesn't have, like the thermobaric bombs.
Or even simply the radar missile. Ah, fuck.
Hmm.
Don't know why. How about in other factions alternate tier 1 buildings? You have for USA, you have it for China, even if for China it is locked behind AGP. There are no plans for ECA because their tier 1 is their power, so you cannot really go around that. As for GLA, well, there is no plan.
Maybe having only one observer would be a good idea.
Yeah, probably. Let's have a rematch between Calvin and Rick. See, because mismatches recently have been mostly due to player connections. So let's try that. What we are more concerned about is crashes, and compared to last stream, we have none, which is good. Game could not withstand this battle. Yeah, pretty true. Athena's Revenge looks good.
Well, it's named after the lovely goddess of wisdom and war in ancient Greek mythology. Let's go. Looks like a pretty garden map by the mini-map overlay.
Yeah. So
And it most definitely is, with some beautiful stone tiling and
pixel
some
art.
water in the middle. Yeah. Very pretty looking map for the
Yeah.
most part, I'd say, with a beautiful central water fountain. They're fighting over some prime real estate here, by the looks.
Yeah. What? I'm not disappointed by my choice.
Yeah, very pretty map. Yeah, it's a hot spring where the rebels and the anarchists go in there just to chill, and the conscripts are on the other side, you know? Although in this case, we got ECA versus GLA, so it's going to be more like Panzer Fawcett Felon Riflemen.
Yeah,
just,
cats and dogs.
Yeah, you know, just having a time, right?
Yeah.
But we have GLA opening up here and ECA. We have two spots on the left and right of the map that will probably be
Those are
contested here.
tech buildings, yeah. So you have oil derricks and refinery, and same here. And also,
Yeah,
looks like Calvin went for double barracks early on.
Yeah, he is probably going to be doing something aggressive against the ECA with anarchists by the looks.
Yep.
So maybe he's doing a technical rush.
Don't know, but it's possible.
We also have some ECA aggression with a
Yeah.
transport coming in.
And dogs numbing the entire supply collection.
Yeah, that is devastating to the GLA because he's not garrisoning those workers. The bikes are trying to come in and fight, but I don't know if he is eliminating that dog fast enough, because that dog has already killed about 5 workers, I think.
Yeah, 5 or 6, depending on how many he had in the top supply.
He's definitely paid back his investment. We have another transport coming in, trying to take out those workers.
He already
Doesn't
has a
take
rank
out.
of bounties, so that's some money taken back. But still,
Yeah. Ah, and there's supply drops in those little areas too. So this map has a lot of little nice little features for sure.
yeah.
What a Scorpion rocket does for anarchists probably sends them into oblivion.
It
I would
gives
imagine.
them a rocket attack they can manually put. So
Ooh,
yeah, it's very good for sieging.
very nice. That's a new feature for sure for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, one rocket attack. Yeah, that makes them much more deadly against buildings, more so than they already are.
Yeah. Bloodhound can indeed no longer crush infantry, because that would be completely broken if the unit you have for free at the beginning of the game can crush your infantry.
Yeah. Although, I don't know if this is the case, but it definitely is a fun idea. If Bloodhounds, once they get the armor upgrade, like the ECA armored skirts, maybe they can crush again, where they get a little bit of reinforced bumpers or something.
It's definitely possible, I think, but we need to see that with Hunter if he implemented that.
For sure. We already have a Fenris coming out, disabling stuff, but it doesn't have any other support. It's going to get killed and offer some nice, juicy salvage. Very close to his base, too.
You've seen the rework of the Pandora Protocol trench?
I
Like
don't
the Prometheus.
know.
The giant nuclear missile. No?
I don't think I've seen that. No, that's news to me.
Well, before it locked the Fenris, now you have this new unit instead.
Actually, it would be cool to have you have some PvE matches in the future once you set the game up. Because, yeah, lots of changes that you'll be
I
interested
would
in.
be down. That would be, honestly, that would be prime to have some PvE matches. That would
Yeah,
be
the AI
as
is
well.
yeah, the AI is done basically. Like, it's working with the new changes, so we can like play around with that.
Well,
That's
wait for
beautiful.
the new changes that are still to come. Oh, we have the Bobcat.
That is adorable. Holy moly, that's new to me. That
Yeah.
Bobcat.
Yeah, basically
I love
engineers,
that.
engineers, warhounds, and pioneers can drop those little buggers if you take the combat engineering GP.
That is adorable. I love them already.
Yeah, well, we're not yet at the last release, B7, so...
So it looks like the ECA have managed to secure that eastern flank while the GLA has the northwest. And these adorable little bobcats are just building all sorts of nice fortified structures. A little bit of secondary eco coming out of the ECA by the looks of it.
Yeah,
Here
basically
and
they can
there.
build the exact same buildings as the default excavator, but they are more fragile and they are faster.
Yeah, and they're also a lot smaller, so they're
Yeah.
able to go in between all the little gaps and what have you of your ECA defense lines.
Yeah, and also if you have a hailstorm of grad rockets, they can scoot in the middle. By the looks of
Yep.
it, he claimed the salvage here, so it's tier 1 ECA. As you can see, it has the Scorpion rocket on its back.
We are seeing anarchists loading up into these technicals. They're going off to party, it looks like. He's got 2 technicals, probably fully loaded. Let's follow the journey.
Oh, Frank Jaeger.
Oh, he might...
Yeah,
he
one
spotted
passed
it.
through. Oh, but there is a guard tower. It's not gonna end
Yeah.
well.
They're gonna die
Yeah.
real quick, like.
Yeah. My boy
Although
Shenlong
there's
improved a
one
little.
group
Yep.
in the south, I think. Are they still
Yep.
alive? Nope.
No, nothing, nothing alive here. No, that was
no,
just
good.
the radar helicopter just zooming around randomly. So in oh wait, this no longer belongs to Calvin.
Yeah, he's taken that by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's not easy.
So the GLA is on the back foot by the looks.
Hmm.
So the ECA controls both the northwest and the southeast supply points. They have discounted vehicles, and the GLA has been pushed into the corner here. They do have some grads being pushed out.
Rick has the high ground, definitely. And you
Yeah,
have the
his lightsaber is
tridents.
fully out. Yeah, Trident out. Frank Jaeger is crawling back, although probably for the worst timing there, because that grad is
Yeah.
doing damage for sure.
Yeah, Grats have less range than the Tridents, but in terms of burst and... They're just overall cheaper. So, yeah.
That idle time on that on those tigers, I guess it doesn't matter with the mole helping
Jarman
out,
gets
but
one. And he has
Yep.
shotgun quads. Oof.
Bloodhound coming back out
Yeah.
to get some line of sight.
Yeah, because basically that's all it can do with the current upgrade it has.
Yeah, doesn't have the mighty gun.
Nope.
Ain't quite yet. But he is assembling a couple of these, so he's keeping his vision for his artillery. Although the Scorpion is making a mess of things. Got 3 of the Bloodhounds now. I think he might be upgrading them soon. They got artillery options nowadays.
Yeah,
Like, that
have
is
the
pretty
trident.
cool. Trident is getting hit by grads.
Yep.
This counterfire from the GLA needs to be countered with even more longer range artillery. Maybe some howitzers and the like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tridents have longer range than grads, but grads are more
placed
mobile
them up
and cheaper
front.
to assemble. So yeah.
Yeah. They fire faster and more damage. The
Shotgun
Tigers are
quads
moving
versus
in.
tigers. That's not gonna end well.
Yeah. No, that has been 4 tigers I've counted. They were
Yeah.
shot down by that.
Like he lost a few quads, but it definitely is the winner in that encounter. When 1.9
Yeah.
releases, when it's done.
Soon.
Yeah, and it looks like Ricc is slowly crawling down from the north here. Like he's putting those defenses here. For a heavy
Yeah.
sniper teams.
The ECA has built up a pretty nice little defensive barrier, and there's yet more and more grads, but he does have a howitzer that's bombarding them, and they are taken out by that. Oh, that is nasty.
Yep.
All of the grads have been eliminated, and thus the option for the GLA's response to these ECA defenses eliminated.
Yeah, also he has stealth detection, so going with stealthed infantry, sneaking in.
Not gonna work.
Yeah, no. Oh, maybe by the
got-
north. If he's brave
Yeah,
enough.
but I don't think that is on his plate right now, as he's pushing in. But with all this artillery fire and mortars, you've got infantry artillery, you got vehicle artillery, you got emplaced artillery.
So
you
the
have
point.
artillery.
Yeah, sorry, question in the chat. The point of those little fortification is that you can place them easily with engineers. So you can have like 4 engineers plonking them and making a line. So you do not need a how would you call it? An excavator for that. And basically, the whole goal of tank traps is to fuck off the pathfinding. And so against GLA, it works less well since they have rather small vehicles. But if you're facing Russia, this kind of layout is just a death sentence.
Yeah, big tanks would have problems going through that, and it can definitely cordon off assaults into going into unfair positions. But Frank Jaeger is doing some chicanery
Yeah.
in the back here,
But he got sniped.
stealing money. Yeah.
And yes, it is only for combat engineering GP.
We have a push from Ricc here with some already coming on up. And we have grads coming back in response, laying mines right into his base. The
Yeah.
audacity.
The good
Although-
old diarrhea chopper.
Yeah, although looking at all that, losing all of those, a
Rats.
trade for a trade.
Yeah. Oh, bulldog turret though. That's not gonna end well
Yeah.
for the squads.
No, sir. The
Oh,
quads try to retreat in there, but only one manages to escape with their life. And the grads are trying to redeploy to take out that annoying bulldog turret.
But careful of those mines. And quads
Yeah,
are back.
he's gonna-
Let me get
Quads.
this straight. So every time Calvin plays against me, he picks the anti-ECA GP, which is the Scud Launchers. When he plays against Ricc, he doesn't pick the anti-ECA GP. What's up with that?
Scuds are expensive. He heard you.
Ah, he's strange sniping.
No, he's in the voice chat.
Oh, fairs. He ain't stream sniping, but he's stream listening for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe I should watch what I say and be a bit more ambiguous with things. Well, we have a very clear economic difference here with money and map control, all things considered.
Hmm. So Mizo, wanna
Very
play?
pretty map, though. I like that map.
How about we go for the... Oh, Ricc versus Mizo. Ricc versus Mizo then. Tuk 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 tuk. This looks like a fun one.
B7A mod is sort of like the GLA anarchist going, heresy, heresy, heresy. And I'm guessing you're referencing Warhammer.
What have you
40K,
missed? About
TPS?
2 hours. Someone asking what the ECA is having building simulator gameplay. Yeah, always. Oh, China
Yeah,
Mirror!
that's what we do. A China Mirror. We have the Chinese Civil War. We have the Maroon Chinese versus the
Lime.
lime puke green
Puke
color.
Puke green Australian.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, the stonemasons that worked on this map must
Yeah.
have made a goddamn fortune. But
Oh, wow. Going in the
we
zigzag.
got some Dragon Ball Z pillars here and there with stone paths, and speaking of Journey to the West inspired things with Chinese inspired stories, we got scouting, and it looks like Ricc is scouting up
What is
here.
this map?
Let's
I don't
see what
know. Picked at random. It's so big. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what she said.
gigantic.
Oh, and it looks like Mizo is going for his favorite GP again. He's going for the Intelligence Bureau.
Very interesting. For those of us who are a little bit old and outdated here, what's the Intelligence Center do? What does that do?
It's for Ricc. So yeah, the Intelligence Bureau is what you get. You remember the radio intercept general's power at rank 1?
I do, yes.
Yeah, this has been replaced by, well, the same GP unlocking this Intelligence Bureau that provides the same effect, but also allows you to progress through the tech tree and unlocking various upgrades.
Cool. That seems pretty nifty, honestly. And that's exclusive for that GP, right?
Yeah. It's the only tier building that is locked behind the GP.
Pretty cool. What's the opponent doing contrary? What's these two Chinese commanders?
So in Mizo's side, yeah, I'm always confused because the Intelligence Bureau is Mizo's favorite thing, but so that's why I immediately did the association. And on Mizo's side, there is nothing. Oh, he went for the breakthrough strategy because he has the assault cannon.
Oh, that's a new unit for me. Let's take a look at this thing. That looks cool.
Well, your voice is actually in it for now. It's using the Reaper from Shockwave.
Fairs. Maybe I'll do a bespoke VO after certain things happen today. I got a bit of an appointment in maybe less than an hour. But maybe I'll do a bit of a bespoke breaker cannon voiceover today. Who knows?
Yeah. This one
fun.
is dedicated anti-building, if you want to know.
Yeah, honestly, I've always dreamed of a unit like this back in the day for like Tank General. I imagine like Tank General would have something like this.
Yeah.
Very fun looking unit. I think that would probably become a favorite of mine once I start getting back into things.
Yeah. Also immune to mines, just because.
Oh my, you're You're like taking an ice pick to my heart, and then it just letting it all out with this unit. This is very cool looking unit.
And also, as fast as a battle master, so he can keep up with your main attack forces.
Beautiful, very cool unit. We are coming in with a push to try and reinforce what was an expansion, but the dozer got taken off. So it looks like we have some air fighting going on. That Han gunship got a little bit damaged, but not quite destroyed.
Yeah. And also on the other side, we have Ricc has established a base and is sending some infantry as well.
Yeah, large horde coming on there.
I don't know why the background music changes pitch. I'm afraid I've never really noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get that bunker up, which
Yep.
already comes equipped with units by the looks of it. That's
Yep. Immediately comes with 3 tank hunters, and in the meantime, Mizo has squashed the Oilderic in the north.
Rise of the Reds has definitely moved towards a path of ease and convenience, which is not a
Yep.
bad thing in my opinion.
Quality of life, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely very lots of little changes, but we have a big assault going on.
On
Lots
both,
of-
so I'm gonna try keeping track of both. That's gonna be fun. So the assault cannons got killed in the north, and there is a Han gunship who's going to finish the infantry. And in the south, Ricc has tank hunters.
Yeah,
And
I think the tank hunters are relatively unopposed by the looks of it, though. It looks like that.
Oh,
command
dragon tank,
center
though.
is gonna be- Yeah. The dragon tank. Ooh, that is a very nice looking dragon tank.
Yeah.
Model by the looks of it.
yeah, definitely was. Second one.
Yeah.
Why are you not firing? Ah, you went for the firewall, but yeah, risky. Yeah. Didn't manage to kill the... What? And Mizo calls the quit.
You have been defeated.
Yeah. Yeah, assault gun. The real name of this thing is assault cannon. It's a big ass cannon with no rotating
That map
turret.
was too big.
That's why you have to go for air units, mate. If you had a helix that
But I
game, that
don't
probably
want to
would
go
be
air
really good for that.
units.
But they're mobile. That's what you use big maps for. You get mobile with big maps.
Eh.
Yeah, you got Dozer hunted pretty hard there. That was.
Can we pick like a
don't know.
normal map that I'm actually familiar with from the official maps? Because all the maps I've been playing are from maps which I have no idea.
A man
on.
needs a name.
Get Out Boy with Homeland Rocks.
Homeland
Or-
Rocks.
Yeah.
Homeland Rocks.
El Clasico. That was GG, Mizo. Well done.
A man needs a name. Yeah, that was one of my favorite characters in Game of Thrones in the entire series. Well,
Which character was that?
Jack Nakar, the assassin, the faceless
Ooh.
assassin.
Very mysterious that whole bit was, honestly. I like that saga. It was kind of a cool character development for Arya as well,
Yeah,
I would say.
like what was not to love about this series? Violence, women, sex, blood, and dragons just because.
Yeah. So we got a match between Ricc and Mizo here. China versus Russia.
What's not to like the ending? I'm not against the ending of what happens. I'm just a bit salty about how it was rushed. Like the last season is like 6 episodes. The other seasons are like twice that amount. So yeah, it was rushed.
Yeah, production-wise, that series faced a lot of hurdles and challenges, especially in the last part. There, a lot of the actors were wanting to get out of their contract with the show. Some of them had been working on that show for like decade plus at that point, right? So,
Yeah, probably. Especially
yeah.
the one that plays Cersei. Like, apparently she had some problems with fans, like noticing her in the street and just saying, "Oh, you're Cersei Lannister." No, I'm the actress behind that.
Yeah.
So
That's the one thing about that show is that a lot of those actors will be forever remembered, for better or worse, for their roles on that show. It definitely becomes almost like a definitive casting. But we have some, speaking of definitive casting out units out of buildings, we have a pyro telling these Russians to go home out of these buildings. And we have a Chinese battle master going north, getting some scouting done, maybe?
he's going north, and you also have a troop crawlers for that. So he's going
Yeah.
for a bit of an assault, I think.
Yeah, something might be loaded in that troop crawler,
Yeah.
judging by how it's
It's
positioning.
yeah. By default, they come with 4 red guards. So yeah.
Very nice. Although I don't think the red guards were in that one at that time. Looks like he's trying to take out his eco.
Yeah, but failed.
Almost had him, but not quite. If he had a second vehicle there, probably would have succeeded.
How did IGN France manage to get such high-profile guests? Thank you, Hunter! God damn it! I'm not IGN. I'm not such a bad player, am I? At least I can finish
Shade
Elden
being
Ring.
thrown in the chat at our good host here.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not IGN. I can finish Elden Ring. Well.
I would give a little bit, I would give Maelstrom a little bit more credit. He's better than a game journalist at games, I would say.
A little bit better. You get triggered by it. That's enough for me. Yeah, it's for the show. People like it. You know very well I don't care.
The ribbing has commenced. Speaking of ribs, we have conscripts getting theirs blown out. And the Chinese are moving somewhere. I don't know if people are in this chat listening into it.
Yeah.
But,
They probably are, but it's not highly competitive. You can go for it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
We have, holy moly, the Russians have 2 supply stockpiles with the Tesla turret and all sorts of stuff. I don't think the Chinese are going to burst through that, honestly. I think they're going to have problems.
yeah. Tesla is still a very anti-China general's power. Works very well. Especially with the
Yeah.
recent buffs to the Golem tank. It has become a real monster.
Well, given who, the general who is supposed to be behind it, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. The Golem is now at the image of his general, like he is a real monster.
We have, that smoke trying to save the ass of that EMP, but the Red Guards make quick work of it. Although these Tesla tanks are coming in, but the handgun ship's coming in with a mixture of EMP and, I think both of them are EMP.
Yeah.
Looks of it.
No, one is ECM. But
ECM.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the ECM one is has just a missile deflector. Wanna ask, how many units did you voice in Rise of the Reds? Me, I voiced Stinger Soldier, Vulture Bomber, Bloodhound, and I think that's it. I think that's it. So 3 so far.
Yeah.
I'm one of the latest inductee in the team, so yeah, I didn't really have the occasion of shining, so to say.
I wouldn't say that's true. Even if you only had a few rolls, you
Yeah.
did them pretty damn good.
Yeah, no, I said in terms of quantity.
Sure. But, yeah, we have this assault flailing in the water right here. Those war trucks with their cannons actually doing a decent amount of damage to that poor battle master as it withdraws.
You were shocked by the fact I voiced the vulture. The vulture has an interesting backstory. Yeah, but I voiced way more weird than that. I thought the voice the ETA rifleman. No, this one was done way before I entered the team. I did a redo for it that was used later in Babushka's Revenge, but no, the Fallen Rifleman is not me. You have overloads.
Big juicy tanks.
Yeah.
For big juicy battles.
And
Let's
now
go.
when you have the bunker and you have infantry loaded in the bunker, you have barbed wire on the tank, just because reasons.
Just because of those crazy GLA hijackers really trying to climb on top of them tanks, I reckon.
Mm. Oh, also, I don't
Yeah.
know. Have you seen the new model for the Helix?
I'm not sure.
No.
Let's see.
Rick! We need helixes!
Hmm.
Bunker is the same size. Yes! It's just the barbed wire that is new. And also sandbags.
Yeah, so we have a giant horde of Chinese infantry, tanks, and kitchen sinks being prepared for the likes of their plans. Meanwhile, the Russians are posturing with Tesla and infantry and all sorts of nice little surprises.
I'm mentioning the Helix because Comrade Crimson has been away for a while, so I didn't know what he's seen and what he hasn't.
Yeah, I'm an old head that's returning to this scene of the mod. I'm aiming to get back in track with getting the game set up now with the Steam release, especially. I'm considering getting back into the game because previously I was playing on a first decade expansion disc, which went the way of the dodo. Hunter warned me of it many years ago, and here we are.
And the update for the new cannon. What more do you want for the new cannon? Its stats has been buffed to no extent, and now it has a cluster shell. What more does it need? Oh. What's that beep now?
We have some air coming in, mines
MiG
being
bombers?
a real pain, followed up by MiGs taking out the Tesla tanks and corralling them in a skillfully displayed use of fire, but the Grumble is deployed as well. So we have a lot of ooh, that's a new Grumble addition right there. I think that's the relay Grumble, right?
Yeah, that's it.
We have some Mishkas coming down with mortars on them. That is cute. I love that.
And also, for
More
those who were
Mishkas.
wondering, the beep were indeed the relay grumble targeting the MiG bombers. Also, you remember the mass production general's power for China, right?
I do indeed.
And now a new addition to that is that when you pick it, you unlock a new upgrade that reduces the price of Hopper by 80%.
By 80%. So hoppers, from my memory, used to cost about 1,000 credits. Right?
1,000 a pair, yeah.
Yeah, so by 80%, you're telling me that hoppers are now 200 bucks.
A pair, yeah.
What drugs were you guys smoking?
Ask Hunter. Like, he is Dutch, he is on pot.
Oh man, I am definitely getting that strain of sativa that inspired that, or whatever the hell, because that's brilliant. Warp dust.
Warp
Yeah.
dust.
Riding on your motorcycle for the warp, snort a line of warp dust, and then come up with $200 hoppers. That's insane. That's crazy.
And you love it, right?
Yeah. Oh, was I laughing a bit loud there?
No,
I
that
could turn
was
down.
mine. That was mine. That was probably mine.
Well, if my audio... Oh, fair.
No.
Yeah.
No, because I love with I have a very loud laugh.
We got Grumbles coming in, trying to get that satellite. I love the design of that Chinese satellite. It looks cool.
Yeah.
Holy moly, air is going into the cannoli as they are crashing into the ground.
Yep.
Grumbles are doing the job, but we have hoppers coming in, striking a Russian position with a radar in tow. Now look at that heroic Tesla shooting out red Sith lightning beams. Just annihilating. Holy moly. Look at this. Smoke coming out just to distract all
Especially-
these tank cars.
That it's definitely like a very choke pointy battle here because numbers do not count when you have to go on such a pass. But on the left side, the story is different.
Yep. While the middle is being pushed down by the Russians, the Chinese are moving up through the west, but the Russians are trying to double back. They have, oh man, no, entering in piecemeal like that is not a good thing for the Russian tanks,
Yeah.
but also pushing eastward is dangerous for the Chinese as they're getting picked off one by these long-range Tesla shots and
Mishkas. Yeah.
these mortar Mishkas. I love the fact that mortar Mishkas are a thing. Such a cool thing to see on that unit, honestly.
Yep. And here are the Black Friday guys.
the burst sale of hopper tanks. Let's go. 200 bucks for a pair of them. Dude, is their production speed
No.
also increased?
No.
They kept the same.
No, but you can you remember you can produce them double the amount with an upgrade. So you can produce them 4x4, but you will need to produce like you need to pay 400. Not that it's big, but yeah, you can produce them 4x4. Like so you have a gain of 25% of production speed, something like this.
That's still very good because even if you have like a couple of dedicated war factories and you got some aerodropic bombs here, just a couple of those factories, you're producing 8 tanks every like what? Probably like 30 seconds?
Well,
Give or
even
take?
less.
Even less, yeah. So like these hoppers, very cool chain. I very much approve of that. That's really cool. They're trying to push forward. I don't think this Tesla tower is going to be enough
No.
to actually destroy that. No. And with the stream of units taking out this Grumble, the hopper, the strength of numbers is coming into play. We have
Frenzy!
Yeah, that is going to be powerful. As the buildings are collapsing, they're going to charge forth to these Tesla tanks. However, the Disco Fever ignites, and we got a little bit of time bot, but it doesn't stop the hopper advance. The hoppers are just way too frenzied and in the mood to kill right now.
Even dropped some reserves, and the Shilka tried to do something, but yeah, it's not gonna end well.
Last night's supper is not going to defeat the new and improved Model T hoppers coming out of the factories, and we have red guards coming into support now.
Oh. Okay. Okay, Rick.
We have
We have an entire Congo line.
We have an absolutely giant conga line of hoppers and friends. This is, yeah, they didn't even get to the fight, is how many they were.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Hunter, we basically showed everything that was new. So yeah. Only thing missing was the propaganda airship. There is nothing new. Just its aura is doubled. That's it. Thank you for following, Trench Dog.
Very late on that, admittedly. I should have done that a long time ago.
Well.
Alrighty, gentlemen, thank you for the games. It's a bit late on my end. I think I might call it there, and
Okay.
I'll see you all for the next time.
Okay, so yeah.
For sure, take care.
Bye.
Bye. Well, if we are only 3 players remaining, how about we finish it with the Danger Close game?
Sounds good.
Yep, Danger Close. So, the idea, but there is a special rule, Calvin and Mizo. We shall only use the faction's harm assists. So we have ECA, USA, and Russia. Who takes what? Mizo has already selected ECA. I'm gonna take Russia. What about the rules? Only healing units. To see who wins.
Construction specialist.
So, it looks like we got ourselves
Construction vehicle ready. I can
a
build
Russian
anything.
mirror?
No. It's a 3 players free for all,
I'm an engineer.
and basically the only units that will be available will be basically infirmary vehicles. So the Mishka infirmary,
I can build
the
I shall build
Mishka
an
infirmary,
expert
the
boat.
USA ambulance. You do not capture.
Glorious progress.
That's how you do it.
Just tell me what you need.
And
This is a
I
funny
will
looking
impress
match,
myself.
that's for
Put this
sure.
thing right here.
yep.
I have a diploma. Honest.
So we have
Workforce on the field.
No. Only healing unit, not healed units. Of course, the supply collectors are authorized. That's a given, but not for
Hold
combat,
on.
of course.
I can build many buildings. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
Those are authorized. I mean,
What are
the
your
only
orders,
combat
General?
units that are allowed are these. This is going to be last game. Yeah, when we go into Danger Close, it's always the last game.
Building finished.
Right.
Something need fixing? Let's put this thing right here. Mishka ready for recall.
Mishka ready for
Glorious
recall.
progress.
Привет. Mishka ready for recall. Recon here.
It's gonna be stupid, but it's gonna be fun.
Assault armaments.
The filters of terrain like
Install.
water. Let's load up and get going.
Oh no! Fuck!
Rip. It was never destined.
Yep.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It was, but I had an entire squad of Mishkas ready.
I had
Yeah.
a bunch of medic and repair trucks ready.
Yeah, well. Well, with that said, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you everyone for joining in the chat as well. Trench Dog, Mizo, Calvin.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to be back and on the attack with little co-commentary, as unplanned as it probably as it was. But hey, it was fun.
Yeah, well, you're most welcome to joining anytime you want.
Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
good to have you here.
Yeah.
It's a bit of nostalgia, you know, because you've been here since the 1.85 streams where it all began.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's although where it all began really is Hunter back in like 2006, 8.
Yeah, but I mean, showcasing to the public with those public streams. It started with
Doomhammer, yeah.
yeah, Doomham. Like I was introduced to Rise of the Rest through these streams, so it's always nostalgic to go back to those.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you're gonna see me popping around a little bit more because now I'm past like a whole bunch of like. I'm not gonna go into details too much, but just like my life has settled down a little bit more, and now I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be around more often. You know, it's gonna be nice getting back into things.
Oh, awesome.
With
Yeah.
pleasure. Well, in any case, we hope you enjoyed the streams and all the novelty, and I will see you soon for more content. Bye bye!